Hey guys, we're back for week 8 of the M1 Finance Battle, where we take a look at 4 different slices, 4 different categories: covered calls, S&P 500 ETFs, REITs, and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. And each of the slices have 5 separate holdings in them, and we will go over what those holdings are and where they are at for this year. So over the past week, we had a slight gain of about $10.37, 1.19% for the week, and we earned $1.40 in dividends. You can see that the covered calls are still on top, with the NASDAQ 100 collection of ETFs still on the bottom. So let's go over to the Spreadsheet Tracker and take a look at the numbers. Here we are in week 8. And the covered call ETFs are continuing to stay on top, even though they have dropped from the starting value of $250. And we start from left to right. The REITs gained 1.82% this week, the biggest gain out of all of the different categories or slices. 0.07% gain for the covered call ETFs. 0.8% gain this week for the S&P 500 and 1.58 for the NASDAQ 100 ETFs. The total portfolio value gained 1% this week, and it has lost a total of 12% from the start of the year. And that would be starting with $1,000. We are in week 8 here, and possibly by the end of the first quarter, by the end of March, I would like to start maybe changing up some of the different holdings in these 4 different categories and changing the weights or the balances of each of the different funds. Over here on the weekly tracker, you can see that there's just a few funds in each category that have been able to outperform each one almost every single week, especially the S&P 500 category. As you can see, the value funds have continued to outperform the rest of it, and I was thinking maybe weighting VOOV higher, and if the markets start to turn and the tech stocks start to go up, at least for this category, take VOOG and start to crank that up a little bit and have that more of a weighted fund in this category. And then possibly if the markets start to continue to drop and stay flat, I might drop the NASDAQ 100 ETFs, drop their weight down to a smaller weight. And if the markets continue their slide, I might take the cover calls and increase them to be able to mitigate some of these losses. And I also might consider adding $50 or $100 in each week. Let me know in the comments if you guys are following this series. I was going to try to do this every single week for the year of 2022. If you're following this series, if you want me to do that, head down into the comments and let me know. Week 8 in the REIT category, and again, Welltower took the top spot again over Realty Income Corp, and then Digital Realty Trust is on the bottom with AMT right next to it. The 2 tech REITs are on the bottom. Over in the covered call category, Devo and PBP have been going back and forth for the top spot, and this week PBP is on the top, with the bottom being QYLD at $45.14. I'd also like to maybe take a closer look at PBP here on the channel. I might do a more in-depth analysis with that compared to some of these other income or covered call ETFs. Down in the S&P 500 category, VOOV has continued to stay on top quite significantly over the rest of these funds, almost $3 to $4. And then the growth fund, or VOOG, Vanguard's growth S&P 500, has continued to be on the bottom. And to round out week 8, for the first time in 2022, all 3 of these different NASDAQ 100 funds, QQQ, QQJ, and QQM, all have finished at the same exact number. And then our double leveraged fund, QLD, is sitting at 36. And our triple leverage fund is sitting at $30. So that rounds out week 8. Head down into the comments and let me know if you are following this series. I'd like to continue it throughout 2022, and if you would like to see some rebalancing here in the near future. And with that, thanks for watching.